Welcome back everybody to our channel. This is Moses Crypto, the top expert at MoneyFest World School. Today I have a very interesting topic for all of you. I'm going to be talking about XP. Now, XP today is used for international transactions, and now it's being adopted by the Japanese government, and everybody's asking, is this the future? Is this the future of international transactions? So that's what we are going to be talking about, and how this is affecting the financial world, and what are the implications of this on the whole cryptosphere. So stay around, make sure you subscribe to this channel, click that like button, and also click the bell icon to see more videos from us. Okay, let's jump into it. So I know everybody is already asking, what is XRP and why could it be the future of international payments? Yes, so I'm going to dive into that, and here I'm going to tell you about the history of XRP and how it's revolutionizing international payments. Where did it come from? And right now, why is Japan adopting XRP? And you know, Japan is the third largest economy in the world. If it is adopting XRP, that is massive news. That is big news that could leave a massive impact on the financial system, and not just the financial system, on crypto. So the question is, what is XRP? What you should know, XRP is a digital asset just like Bitcoin, just like any other coins. Yes, it is a digital cryptocurrency. It was created by a company called Ripple. This is an American company that came out around 2002. That is when it was created. But they came up with only one goal: to create payment systems. Now, Bitcoin gets created, and these guys see an opportunity to get into the market. They create XRP with one purpose: to facilitate fast payments, low-cost payments, and also make payment systems scalable. So they came up with a system which could be extremely highly scalable. And this shows in its features. Transactions with XRP take between 3 to 5 seconds. To put this into perspective, let me show you an example. If you look at the SWIFT system, transactions in the SWIFT system take between 2 working days to 5 working days. Do you see how revolutionary it could be if you have a system that could facilitate transactions for 3 to 5 seconds and the transaction is done? International transactions. Let's say you're sending money from Japan to Mexico. You don't need to wait 2 to 5 days. All you need to do is use XRP system and the transactions are gone. And the low transaction fees. One transaction on XRP costs just a fraction of a second. Just think about it. If you're sending money through the SWIFT system, if you go to the bank, any bank you have right now, and you want to send money, let's say from the United States to Japan, or from Japan to South Africa, or from South Africa to China, you always go through the SWIFT system. And the SWIFT system is supported by banks. Now, those banks, all of you charge you. All of them are charging you. So you pay a lot of charges. With XRP, you only pay a fraction of a cent. That is one massive feature it has. The other thing it has, it's scalable. You can easily scale it up. It supports over 1,500 transactions per second. Just imagine that. With the SWIFT system, it supports maximum around 500 transactions per second. So it has a massive scalability. The history, it has a short history. Around 2011, that is after Bitcoin was created. You know, Bitcoin is mined. So when you want to get a Bitcoin, you need to mine it. They are miners. They are big computers which mine it. Now, three very smart people, they were developers. That is David Schwartz, Jeb McCaleb, and Arthur Burrito. These guys, they see literally, we call it a glitch in the matrix. Of course it wasn't, but they see that in mining is so resource intensive. You require a lot of energy to mine one Bitcoin. And in the world today where we are talking about reducing global CO2 emissions, they looked at an opportunity that we can actually solve this. And how did they solve it? They created a coin which doesn't need to be mined. Once XRP was created, I think they created around 21 billion, and all of them were released into circulation. All of them were released into circulation. So with XRP, there is no mining involved. So after 2012, they created their first ledger and they launched it using Repos Labs. And already by 2013, around 2013 to 2017, XRP, people saw the essence of XRP and what it can do, and they started adopting it. Big financial institutions, they started adopting it and testing it out. By the way, do you know that MoneyGram and Western Union also first adopted XRP? Yes, they first adopted it and tested it out. Now, XRP becomes adopted and now people can see what it can do. And it solves so many problems. Let's see, what problems does it solve? The fees. Yes, with XRP, with normal international transactions, if you are using the SWIFT system, do you know that you pay between 5 to 7% of the amount you're sending? Yes, that is true. And the amount of time it takes to transact, to send an amount, let's say you're sending $200, $1,000, and we're talking about big countries. These guys are sending $1 billion. Just imagine how much 5% could be of $1 billion. Let's say Japan is buying oil from Saudi Arabia. Think of how much they could buy oil per year. $3, $5, $6 billion. Now, if you're transacting using this system, which charges you 5 to 7%, how much money are you losing? Yes, that is what XRP solves. For them, it's just a small percentage of a cent. Yes. Another thing is the slow transaction times. It takes between 2 to 5 working days. This is quite a lot of time. And in business, every single day counts. Yes, so XRP solves that. The other thing is lack of transparency. Let me show an example. When you are using the SWIFT system, in the SWIFT system, I'm not actually here to say anything against the SWIFT system. One thing you should know is that it has its downfalls, and they are trying to work on that to improve. But other systems like XRP's system solves these problems already. That in the SWIFT system, you need intermediary banks. You need correspondent banks. When you go to send money to a different country, they always give you a SWIFT code. And they give you a correspondent bank. And what is a correspondent bank? That is a bank, let's say you are in, let me give you an example. You are in London. You want to send money to South Africa or to London, or let's say to Japan. You need a bank which is an intermediary, a bank to whom you can send your pounds, and then they can exchange those pounds and send yen to the other bank. So those are what we call corresponding banks, which are intermediaries. Now, there is dependence on these banks. Some of them have high charges. And the other thing is, if you are transacting using the SWIFT system, you are sending money, let's say from Japan to Mexico, you need to have an account in both currencies. Remember, you're using the dollar in between, but you need to have an account in both currencies. In Japan, you have to have an account in yens, and in Mexico, you have to have an account in Mexican pesos. This XRP solves this, because with XRP, you send directly the XRP coin from Japan to Mexico without having to create those separate accounts in different currencies. So this is so revolutionary. This is so massive that even today, countries like America are looking at it as a threat. And they are saying, why don't you also adopt it? Because, you know, they say, if you can't beat him, join him. So a country like Japan, which has no dependence on, let's say, America, they are already adopting this system. Yes, it's being adopted by some of the biggest banks in Japan, and that is SBI Holdings and SBI Remit. These banks have already started facilitating transactions from Japan to countries like Vietnam, to countries like Thailand, to countries like Taiwan, even to some Chinese banks. They are already beginning to do these transactions using XRP. And now, the biggest thing which is happening is that most banks around Japan are considering, actually the whole Japanese government is considering recognizing XRP as an international means of exchange. Yes. And this has a massive impact because once Japan accepts it, just think about Japan is the third largest economy in the world. Once it accepts it, of course, the entire world could consider taking on XRP as a means of international exchange. Yes, so this has increased the trust in XRP. And just look, the price of XRP has grown so massively. It started around $0. Today, it's more than $6. And people are predicting that the price could even hit $100 by the end, I think, of this year. By the end, well, the prediction is quite high, but they're predicting that in the next 5 to 10 years, if this adoption goes through, the price of XRP is very likely to hit $100. And yes, that's what I'm talking about, because if many banks adopt it, of course, more investors will want to invest in it. So, in the closing notes, I will tell you one thing, that XRP has a massive potential to transform the global economic system. And I've shown you how, because it takes away intermediaries, the transaction time is cut, the massive speed at which you can transact, that is 3 to 5 seconds, and the fact that you don't need to have accounts in the same currency. Let's say from Japan in Japanese yen and to Mexico in pesos. No. XRP is this currency which can be used to transact from one country to another without having to have accounts in those currencies, which today is a requirement for most payment systems. So that is how XRP has come. It is massively scalable, cheap, and the adoption by Japan could see the price of XRP skyrocketing. And this could have a massive effect on all of cryptocurrency. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about XRP? Now you can see that the cryptosphere is having a very bright future, because if it's accepted, that means somebody can base anywhere in the world and send money without using intermediaries, without going through the SWIFT system, without going through other systems. All you need to do is just send money through XRP. So thank you for staying this long. Thank you for watching this video. I see those of you who haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel, click that bell icon, and also like this video and show YouTube you like such content. So I'll be coming up with more ideas for you and more topics to discuss. So make sure you watch more videos on our channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.